Bill Shorten was forced to put his campaign on hold this afternoon after he found himself at the centre of a roadside emergency. A woman suffered serious head injuries when her car crashed head-on into another right next to the Labor leader's motorcade. Political reporter Stephen Jedgetts was there.
On the campaign trail, the wheels never stopped turning.
Hey, everyone back on the bus.
Bill Shorten had left his campaign bus for a local floodplain announcement near Maitland, on a stretch of road with a sorry history.
It's a dreadful little bit of road, so your life's in your hands every time you're on it.
The Labor leader's motorcade had pulled to the side. A passing sedan veered across the line to overtake and ploughed head-on into another car. The parked Shorten campaign team was cleared of any wrongdoing.
No indication that he's been involved in this accident in any way whatsoever.
But Mr Shorten and his local candidate were among the first on the scene.
Your heart goes sort of into your mouth and you think, oh, what's happened? So it's been, just an awful accident.
As rescuers helped free the trapped 21-year-old driver of the blue car, Mr Shorten's Commonwealth car offered shelter to the 33-year-old woman and her 2-year-old son from the white one. Days like this give us all perspective. Very glad everyone's okay, he later tweeted.
People who witnessed the accident said it made a terrible sound, the dull thud of a serious car crash. Bill Shorten comforted the woman and her child who were involved in his car and then drove them home with his convoy.
It's not the first campaign safety scare. Tony Abbott was almost cleaned up near Geelong in 2010. Politicians take to the road in search of reward, and the risks of the road go with them. Stephen Jedgetts, ABC News, Maitland.
Labor has made the biggest pledge of the election campaign so far, promising to spend $2.5 billion to lift the freeze on Medicare rebates to GPs. Malcolm Turnbull says it's unfunded, but Bill Shorten says he'll pay for it by scrapping the government's company tax cut. It sets up a choice that will be one of the key battlegrounds of the campaign. Here's political editor Chris Uhlmann.
It's an eye-level pitch for hearts to get heads nodding.
It's not much more important than the health of your family, is there, really?
No, exactly.
I think
Number one.
Education and health are the favoured children in Bill Shorten's family of people-focused policies.
If we win the election, we will preserve bulk billing.
The opposition leader is pledging to restart the annual rise in Medicare rebates paid to doctors, which were first paused by Labor in 2013.
That was a temporary freeze.
The coalition's first budget extended the freeze to 2018, and in May it pushed it out to 2020. Removing it from January would cost $2.4 billion.
Labor will protect bulk billing by reversing Malcolm Turnbull's GP tax.
Labor has a powerful friend in the Australian Medical Association. It says the pause will cost patients.
It is inevitable that under the freeze, out-of-pocket expenses are going to rise.
The government rejects that.
We are spending more money than ever on health, and the most important thing is that Australians know that every dollar we spend is fully funded.
And what will they be carrying?
And with the Prime Minister hammering the benefits of a company tax cut...
Very good.
So this is the type of business that we are backing because it drives economic growth and jobs.
We'll do the right thing. And
this is the contest Labor wants.
It's about choices. Now, I happen to choose, and Labor chooses, our Medicare system over giving tax cuts to the top end of town.
Labor wants this to be a contest about values and believes that people get that education and health can't just be measured in dollars. The government's argument is that economic security and national security are the foundation stones on which everything else rests.
Bill.
And while there are reasons to question how the health dollar is spent...
In the long term, we do have to open this discussion to the sustainability of primary health care, and I think that bulk billing everything is probably not going to be the answer.
This is dangerous ground for the government, and the Treasurer seemed to hint that it might shift.
And the decision we've made is that's the current timetable, just as the original decision was made for a particular period of time, and it's under constant review.
Well, we're here today to make sure that...
Bill Shorten is confident he has backed a winner.
But if we win the election, bulk billing's safe, and there's a happy ending.
But the end isn't written. We'll know who's told the best story in 43 days' time. Chris Uhlmann, ABC News, Canberra.